Hello. Welcome to Much Ado About Something today. I'm Donna and I'm glad you're here. Well, I'm in the midst of spring decorating and cleaning and organizing, and I've got a lot going on. I am going to decorate the foyer today. I have to get a 4-foot ladder. The ladder I have is a 4-foot ladder. It may be a little bit bigger than that. It may be a 6-foot ladder, but I think it's a 4-foot ladder to get to this shelf that's over my hall tree that Donald built, put on the wall with hooks and everything for our coats. It's in our little foyer, or foyer if you say it differently. But we just have a tiny little foyer, a little space that you come in, and then there's the steps that you come in up, and we have a little coat rack that Donald built and put there, a little hall tree like. Well, it has a shelf over it, and I always decorate it for the holidays when I can. And this is the spring and Easter decoration. Hang with me. This video is a little bit slow. It's really hard to get up and down this ladder. I've got the ladder right here, and I have to reach all the way up to the shelf that's right here on top. That's what we're decorating today. And I'll just get right into it. The video is a little bit slow because I'm coming up and down this ladder, and then I'm coming up and down these steps to get to what I've got decorating. I had to take down what was up there before I could put anything new up. So if it seems a little bit slow, just fast forward through whatever you want to. Stay into the end, because after I decorate and sign off, I stand here and look at it and I think, well, there's a few things I could have done differently right here. Let me change them up. And so I changed it up a little bit at the end. So stay to the end so you can see what the final product looks like. I am so glad that you decided to join me today while I decorate a little bit for spring. I wanted to decorate so much more, but this is a really busy time of the year, and I say that every time because I think this is the most busy time that Donald and I have of the year. This is by far the busiest season. So even busier than Christmas, the holidays, any of that. The spring gets really busy for us both. So I am just decorating today with what energy and what resources I have. I did pick up a few bunnies a couple of months ago when my friend and I first went to Home Goods and they had their spring stuff out. I was able to pick up a couple of bunnies. I'll share those with you. And I'm not going to get all the decorating that I want to get done, but there'll be another part to this, and I'll show you some of the other things. I'm glad that you're here to decorate my hallway shelf with me. Welcome. And if you have anything to say, leave a comment. And subscribing helps small channels like mine. I really appreciate you, and I ask that you subscribe and comment if you've got something to say. Share if you think somebody else will like it, and just enjoy this movie. I appreciate you, or this video, this vlog, whatever this is. I just hope you enjoy it. Thank you for being here. It's March 24th. It's already 4 days into spring. I am in here in the foyer changing out the decoration on the little shelf that's right here. Let me show you. You can see this little shelf over this coat rack and hat rack and things that I always change for all the seasons. I've got all the stuff that was on it pulled off. That band on there is a little band where Donald put on the bottom of the Christmas tree to hold it up so that it wouldn't fall off when everybody was coming in and out of the door. So I did take all that stuff down by myself. I don't prefer to take it down by myself, going up and down this ladder, but I did it this morning, got it done. I'm glad that y'all are here. Let me just give you a hello and a little bit of an introduction. I can just go straight into it right there, don't I? Oh, look, I see a candy cane has jumped over on the light fixture. You see the candy cane hanging on there? When I took the little Christmas tree down, it had candy canes and red and white gingham bows all over it. And when I bend it towards, I guess one of the candy canes hung onto the chandelier. That's hilarious. Well, I am wanting to take down all of the Christmas stuff that I had up there. And here it is, March 24th. And I still had the little Christmas tree up, the snowman, and all the things that was up there. I'll show you. So I had these little snowmen, cookie jars that I've had for years. They were up there, the Christmas stuff. some bags are over here. I am cleaning out this foyer, little foyer area with the coats and everything and the shoes. This is where they go. So this area gets messy quite often because it's used a lot. I use it a lot, and it's a catch-all when we come in our door for our coats, and Donald doesn't really put his hats up here. These hats are purely decorative. He puts his hats downstairs with his sunglasses, keys, and all the things that he puts down there. But that's what I'm doing today. I've got some of the stuff over here. I took the candy canes off, all but the one that's hanging up there on the chandelier. You can see it right here. So I got to get all this taken down. There's the herb rack. That's where the herbs dry. There's a lot going on in this area, and I can't let it be this messy when the kids get here. So I am going to try to go ahead and get up. I'll have to put this stuff up. This is the little things that we had up there. And I've got to get the spring and summer stuff that I've got together. Now I'm just using the things that I have on hand. I bought this little bunny at Home Goods. I thought he was adorable. I have not even got the tote down that has all the bunnies in it. I have pulled it out from the closet, but I hadn't opened it up and saw what bunnies I'm going to use. I've just got a couple of bunnies that I picked up at Home Goods. This one right here I thought was adorable. It's hugging. We do a lot of that around here, soothing boo-boos and wounded feelings and all that kind of thing. So that's what this is. It's that little, two little bunnies. Now, it's got carrots down here, but that's okay. It could still be for spring and be left up even after Easter. So I'm going to go ahead and use that down there on that shelf. I've got these little eggs. I want to find something that is, I got these from Home Goods too. They're Martha Stewart. I have got, I want to find something to put these in that is clear and that you can see them. Because if I put them in a basket, you won't be able to see them as good. I'm just using the things that I already have. I have these two bird cages. That's what they are, the bird cages. So I've had these. I'll definitely put this one up there because it's bigger. I'll probably use this in a different area. And so I've got the things that I need to put up here. It's just a matter of me getting them done. And, you know, when I'm trying to climb up and down that ladder, it's hard to hold this in film. I could put it on the tripod. That would make it easier. Sometimes my granddaughter helps me. She is dancing, so she's in dance. I won't be able to depend on her for help today. Somebody usually helps me when I climb up and down this ladder. I put this little bunny over here. It has a little leaf, and there are two little birds. It's probably a bird feeder or maybe even a shallow waterer. But I just thought it was so cute. I put this coffee cup, teacup that I have right here, and I put the little clovers in it like they're having clover tea. I thought that was cute. A little bunny and a little bird tea party. Now I'll have to put all these things that I've got out here, I'll have to wrap them up and get them ready and stored away for next year for Christmas and winter. And I've got to get out all of the stuff that I'm going to put up here. I am going to put that bird cage. It'll take up quite a bit of space. I like to put something tall in the corner, like I had the Christmas tree in the corner for Christmas. And then I just like to put something really tall and pretty in there for spring and summer. So I'm going to go down there and get those things that I've got down there in the bedroom closet where I store some of that decor. I'm going to get those and bring them up here. Sonny's trying to help me this morning. He wants to get over to the window so he can look out at the birds. Well, I don't know if you remember, but my little granddaughter and I made this. And we love it because it looks like apple blossoms or maybe even cherry blossoms. It's just some little plants that we bought from, these faux flowers we bought from Walmart. And we went outside and gathered sticks. And then we took the little flowers off of the faux flower stems that we bought, and we hot glued them onto the sticks. So it looks like a spring blooming tree where the blooms just come out before the leaves and things come out. It's got a few leaves that we just really liked it. Well, I'm going to use this all-purpose multi-surface pledge and just dust this off where I've had it in storage. And I pulled out a few little things like this little tricycle that'll look good near these little bunnies and I'm going to get these dusted up, and we'll see how we get it put up there. You can put a plastic bag over these and store them, and then they don't get real dusty. And you can pull them out and use them again for year after year until you get tired of them, or until they just kind of wear out. But once you get tired of them, there's not a lot here to dispose of. It's not a lot to worry about, but it still gives that spring look. And then the little tricycle, I'm just going to have to clean it off. It has gathered dust. I do have some sunflowers, and that I exchanged this here that I put in a corner for height. I exchange it with those sunflowers later in the summer if I can get to it with things being so busy. This little tricycle, it's a little three-wheeler. It's got a lot of little cracks and crannies. I hope it doesn't get really dusty when I put it up there. I don't want it to look real dusty, but we'll see. Maybe you won't notice. We'll get it cleaned off, and maybe it won't get too dusty, because that's not an easily accessible area to dust with. Well, we'll get started from here. I'll be up and down the ladder. I've got the tripod sitting where the cat usually jumps, so I hope he doesn't jump up here and knock it off. But I think we'll be able to see a good clear shot from here. Okay, we've got the cherry or apple blossoms. Now I'll just be working with a few things and moving a few things around. Here's the bunny that I showed you a while ago. Here's a little wheelbarrow. Now, I'll be working around with some of this. Everything won't stay right where it's at. You know, I'll have to move some things around and just see where some things are going to go. I'll add to it and take away. Now, this might be too big to go up here. I'm not sure. I've got some little birds. I have a lot of bird nests. I didn't get them out this time. I usually use bird nest up here. Look at Sonny. He's down here under the ladder. He's helping me. Hey, Sonny. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I've got some little birds. I've got plenty of little birds. Right here on the wall beside, you see I have a bird nest. I can put a few little eggs in that. So I can easily take this little bird nest down. I'm going to be really careful. It has the original eggs in it. They're a little dusty. That's the real eggs. I think I'll just leave them in there. Now we found this on the ground. We would never disturb a real bird nest and its eggs in any way, shape, or form. But this one was on the ground, so we did put it back up in the tree, and then it was knocked on the ground again. So evidently something was going on with this, and I've had this for years. I put it in the oven and kind of just baked it to make sure there's no bird lice or anything in it. And now I'm going to try to put it up here on this shelf. I'm standing on the floor. You can see kind of how high it is. So I'm going to take this bird nest and put it up there. I have a lot of bird nests that I've collected over the years. You can see I've got a little bird nest picture there. But I'm not going to drag out all those bird nests right now because I'm not going to need them all up here. This is the little birds I'm going to put in that bird cage. And here are some little gardening tools. I'm just robbing from what I have around the house to put up here and make a vignette. And we'll see how those look together. I have to stop every once in a while and come up the steps and look down just to see how it's looking from up here, because that's where you actually see this the most, is from the top of the steps up here. Now that little tricycle does roll, and I am going to have to secure it with a piece of tape or something to keep that thing from rolling off of there. So I'm going to kind of have to make sure I have it where I need it before I tape it down. Trying to be careful on that ladder. Going up and down that ladder is kind of risky. I don't like to move these nests a lot, because when you do, you know, you lose some of the little twigs that the birds put in there. Yeah, see, that little thing could just take right off and roll right off of there. I'm going to take a little bit of transparent tape, and I'm just going to put it down on these wheels. Because with all the activity of running up and down the steps, I don't want anything to fall off. Well, it's looking pretty cute. I think I'm going to turn that bunny a little bit so that we can see it a little bit better. run back up here and see if there's anything that needs to be adjusted. And you know what? I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to leave the door open on the little bird cage so that it can look like they can get out if they want to. I may add some more things in the bird cage. It don't look like I'm going to be able to use the little wheelbarrow or even the eggs right now right here on this shelf. I'm just going to leave it like it is. I think that is cute enough. I think that'll get the job done. As far as spring and Easter decor for this little area, it would be cute if I could find a little basket, like a little basket with a handle to go right here. And I'm sure I have one somewhere. It would just be a matter of digging it out and finding it. But that would be cute if I could put a little basket right here. I'll keep my eye open for that. Now here they are as if they're greeting. Somebody just rode up on that little tricycle while this bunny was doing his job, working in the flowers with his tools. There's the bird cage over there and the pretty apple blossoms in the corner. And that's how we're going to leave it for today. Sonny was my helper today. He just hung right in there with me while we got it all done. Thank you for joining me today and let me share with you the decorating of my little shelf right there for spring and for Easter. Probably leave it up there for both. I didn't use all the things that I had to set aside to decorate with, but that's how it is sometimes, and that's okay. I think it looks cute. I'll enjoy seeing that when I come up and down the steps to answer the door. I've got to put the ladder and all the other stuff back up. Put some of this Christmas stuff that was up there, or the winter things. I'll be storing those back in storage and just be enjoying this little vignette. It's so cute, that little hug. That little bunny hugging that other little bunny. I may find some things to add to that, a little basket and maybe a few other things that would look really cute around there. And if I change anything, I'll be sure and share it with you. Thank you for joining me today and letting me share with you the decorating of the shelf here in the foyer. There'll be more to come. I've got more decorating to do. If I get it done, things are moving fast. Already the 24th of March. The cats are around me. I'll see you. And like always, until next time. Well, after standing up there and looking at that, I thought, well, there's a few things I could do a little better. So I pulled out these birds instead of the ones that are up there. They're kind of hard to see. I thought I could put these birds in that cage and then go ahead and add all of the little plants that I had right here. I'm going to take the bird nest down and just put it back over here and then mess with this just a little bit more. So I thought I'd bring you along and show you that. I'm up on this 4-foot ladder, so I've really got to think about what I'm doing. I don't want to fall off of this thing. So I'm just going to put this stuff right here until I get that bird nest down and get some stuff moved around. The bird nest just looks a little bit big up here with all of this other stuff. I'm going to miniature it down just a little bit. There we go. I just moved some things around that I thought looked more aesthetically pleasing. I put some more flowers in there, changed the birds. You really can't, they don't show up on camera really good. There are blue birds in there. I wish I had white ones, that big white ones. I have some crystal ones. I have one white one, and I have a few other birds, some silver birds, different colored birds. But this, I think, fits the best. Maybe it looks cuter if the door is closed. There's a close-up shot, you can see. They got their little garden tools. Their teacups, of course. They gotta have some tea. After they work, they gotta take a tea break. I had these two Ray Dunn plaques that I thought about putting one up. They would be cute in the foyer. The only thing is they're kind of heavy. They're ceramic, and I couldn't figure out a way to get them up there without putting a nail up there. And I wasn't really tall enough to do that today. These are things I've got left over that'll go in other areas. See, I had those two little birds right there, but they were way too small. They fit better in this cage. This is the cage my daughter got for me for Mother's Day one year. And so I always like to use this. I've had this one a long time. It's got to be cleaned up. And then all these other ones, I will be working in as I can. But there you go. That's as close as I can get to making something springy, a springy vignette for this top shelf that's right here in my foyer. I've got to put that ladder up and got to put all the rest of these things up that came from the winter, just being here for the winter. But that is cute. I like it. I hope you like it. I had to make a few changes, and then I had to show you the changes I made. And I will still be looking for a little small basket to go there and maybe make some other changes, and I'll update you if it changes any. I'm limited on the time that I have to decorate, the time and the energy, actually. I've got to start thinking about what I'm going to fix for lunch and what I'm going to fix for supper this afternoon. So there's only so many hours in the day. I love to decorate. I really enjoy it, but I don't have the time like I once had to do it. So I'll fit it in where I can, bring you along with me. Thank you for joining me. And like always, until next time.